Hi fellas, welcome back. I'm back here with Lee. We've just came to look at his Nova Sport. This is a 1300 Lee, isn't it?
1300 8 valve on twin 40 Webbers.
It's a homologation special,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
another one, yeah.
Were these built for rallying?
Just for rallying, aye.
Purely for rallying?
Yeah.
How did they do?
It's just like slated the board.
Did it? Did it really?
Straight out the production line, aye, yeah. I think it was the Talbot Samba competition.
Right.
That was its competition at the time, and a couple of Fiestas or something like that. This just come out the production line. They come off the production line with the carbs in the boot, all the stuff to make it into what it is. So they were shipped out to the dealers, had to make 500 of them, and they fitted the parts straight into rallying, and it just won it to the 1300 class straight out the box. Great little handling cars, like, so much fun.
We've just been out on Lee's Corsa Sprint. I'll leave a link below. But that's also a homologation car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, aye.
You've rebuilt that one yourself. It's concourse, isn't it? Underneath,
yeah,
it's immaculate.
Yeah, not be doing much rallying that one.
What's this like underneath? Have you done this one, or did
No, this is just the way it is, the car.
Original?
It's had a bit of paintwork here and there.
Usable. See, nice usable car.
It's just an original car, aye, yeah. It's never been restored or anything like that.
Are you tempted to do it like?
Nah, not really. No? It's clean. So it depends how far you go making all your cars clean, you know.
How long you own this one?
Be a while now, probably about 5 years now, I think.
5 years?
Because I had 3 of these.
You've had 3?
I had 3, I sold one last year, I've still got 2.
You've still got 2?
Aye, yeah.
Where do you keep them on, your garage? Like
No.
in your work?
No, I've got them in lock-ups.
Lock-ups all over?
Yeah, aye.
Lovely. Come on, have a look under the bonnet.
Yeah, no bother. This is as it would have come from the factory. The only difference is with this one, this has got race 40s on instead of because they put like emissions regulated ones on.
Right.
For obviously road use. But they're a little bit restricted. But this one's been like fully light and balanced. It's got a cam in it.
So what kind of power do you think this is? About 120, 130 maybe?
No, well, there were only 89 brake horsepower from the factory, but the optional cam give it about 9 or something, 9 extra. Right. But I think this is run to about 100.
About 100?
Aye, yeah. You'll find out in a minute.
And all this is just original?
That's original, aye, the Mersha airbox.
I remember getting them from scrapyards as a kid and polishing them up.
Ah, you did.
Come up like a mirror.
Aye. Basically, they're all based on a Nova SR.
Are they?
With a suspension, but the pauper version, would you say? One wing mirror, all built for lightweight. So they had a full bench seat instead of the 60/40 because there was a lot of weight in them for the extra brackets and stuff like that. It didn't have a radio, but this one has got one in.
Did you fit that?
No, it was from the factory.
Was it?
Yeah. Basically, it's just a lightweight SR with a Larry cam and some wild 40s on it.
The wheels and everything original?
No, them are an upgrade. Them are Revolution Rally wheels because it would have come with steel wheels, 5J wheels with wheel trims on actually.
Did it?
Should have wheel trims on, aye.
I like the details on the side.
Aye. The decals make the car.
They do.
Once, if you put them on a car, it takes it from a standard Nova to just something else in front of your eyes. One of me mates actually used to work at the Vauxhall dealer when these were out, and his job was putting them on. So
what you done with this? Just put miles on it and
just put miles on it and just looked after it. Basically, I put bigger brakes on. I put the 236 Corsa Sport brakes on. Right. Just because the Delco ones are terrible, really.
Yeah, that makes sense to upgrade the brakes, like.
Aye, and it's got Bilstein suspension on again.
Is it standard height?
Standard height, aye.
Standard interior and everything?
It's got the typical bolster wear from a 80s Vauxhall.
I like the clocks, mind. Is that your oil pressure or oil temperature?
Oil temperature, it's like the six dial SR clocks.
All standard?
Yeah.
130 mile an hour clocks. Oh, imagine doing 130 in an Nova.
It's
hairy.
It's Larry like that. The exhaust isn't standard, it's got a stainless steel exhaust on it. Should have an Ashley red
from the manifold, like full manifold.
Yeah.
It's immaculate, like it really is. So not many Novas in this condition, is there?
No, all my Novas are mint like.
Aye.
It's got to be, because you just didn't want to be welding them up all the time.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Nah.
It's
patching them up and that.
It spoils it, man. Spoils the enjoyment, really.
Do you take them out in the wet and that?
Not really. I mean, this one does get used. Last time we were out Hartside Pass up there with about 6 other Novas. But I use all my cars as they should be. Like I drive them as they should be driven. This one's a little bit of a different story, but obviously we've just been out for its first initial voyage. But I just like enjoying it. I just love driving them. They're just cracking little cars, handling wise. I just love them. But this one gets driven as it should, like.
Cool. Can we go on it? Can we go on it?
Aye, Helen. Let's see what it does.
You alright?
Are you on?
Aye, we're on, aye.
Yeah. You've been out in a Nova Sport before?
Nah, never.
Never?
Never.
Are you not?
Nah, I think I've seen one. Might have been one of yours, actually. It was years ago in Shields. At Car Show.
Aye, it would have been. Aye, it would have been.
Will it?
Aye.
I think there was 2 there at the time.
Most things to do with a Nova and yeah, something to do with me.
I had a Nova back in the day, like the 16 valve engine.
I think everybody's owned one at one point.
Aye, they were cheap one there back in the day.
Aye. You could pick them up for coppers, man. The old yellow paper and that.
Aye, aye. What was it called? Ad Trader or something. I used to love getting
Those
that.
were the days.
I used to love getting that Ad Trader.
Pint of log on one of them, and then you could end up selling Chester Lee Street or something, picking an old Nova up for 150 quid. SR.
I used to get
Jamaican
bargains,
yellow.
didn't you? I used to get bargains. People didn't know what they were.
It's not hot yet.
Still a bit spluttery.
It's not fully hot yet. Not rev up properly unless it's hot.
Is it a bit spluttery in that when it's cold, is it?
Oh, they're terrible to start. Like,
You see, I was the same like when it's cold. It's horrible to drive when it's cold.
well, I owned 3 sports at one time, and each one of them starts it differently. They've got their little ways and how to start them.
Personalities.
This one you've just got to tap the throttle just very, very slightly, and it eventually goes. You put your foot flat to the floor and start one of these, and it just the 40s are just like buckets, just high in fueling, man. They just flood straight up.
When's the last time you drove this then?
It wasn't too long ago, actually.
No.
It was in, I think, Northeast Nova owners. There was about 6 of it when I went to Hartside Pass.
Aye.
Aye.
Have a bit sport about.
Before I was driving it hard, like.
Oh yeah.
Aye. I was there first, put it that way.
You can by yourself?
No, I'm saying there was 6 other Novas.
No, like in the car though. Just
in the car. Aye, yeah.
Do you last like the Novas?
Nah. Scott. I mean, she's happy with me messing about with them, like, but just.
I seen you've got a nice modern Audi there, like that would be a nice thing to drive. That.
Aye.
Doesn't sound like a Nova. I always remember Novas having like a rasp.
This
has got like
sounds like a motorbike. This. Look at the rev counter.
Goes well for 1.3, doesn't it?
Just sings, man. Only happy after 5,000 revs.
Aye, nice little P-road blaster this like.
Oh, it's what they're built for.
Aye. If it was like
Up the
300
revs.
horsepower, it would be no good, would it?
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
So what do you reckon this is? About 90, 100?
100, I would like to think so.
What did they do at 60 then? Like, what did they do at 60? At the time on the book? Do you know that?
Oh, I can't remember now. You put it on the spot with that one. I think it's...
About 8 or something?
It was about 8, 7.9 seconds or something.
I'll flash it up on the screen.
Aye.
You just flash it every time you tap it out?
I flash all my cars every time. Not like, not like abusing them, but I just...
You like enjoy it?
I just... It's supposed to be driven.
Aye.
People like that as well, though.
Aye.
I like people to see them out on the road.
Aye. I love seeing old cars on the road.
I do.
Like if you're out and about and something get old passes
You're
you,
like,
you
look
get,
at that. It's trying to catch it up and stuff like that.
Aye, well that's the big, what are you looking at? Did you not see it? Did you not see it? Mark 2 Astra. She's getting, I don't know, it was horrible. It's not bad. But need tasting cars.
Exactly what I was going to say. Need taste.
So is this totally standard on the interior then now?
Totally standard, and it should, aye. Even like it hasn't got the side side vents.
Aye.
It hasn't got a clock. It's all blanked off for weight. It's all built for weight.
Obviously need sunroof or anything.
No.
Sounds mint, man. Sounds
Like
mint.
a motorbike one, isn't it?
Aye. Do you plans for it in the future? You just got to keep it? You got any plans to sell it?
No, not at the minute. Like the value is just going up and up and up.
Keep it and enjoy it.
Just use it and just look after it, really. To be honest. Too many cars on the road, isn't it?
Aye. You can still boot about even with plenty of cars on the road, because it's not like you're not doing 150 mile an hour. Do you know what I mean?
You're just enjoying getting there. You know what I mean? That's what these are about.
I mean, your modern Audi diesel would probably leave it in its dust. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it would.
Doesn't know what it's about, is it?
Well, you not have as much fun.
Definitely not. You know, look as cool. Cheers for that, right, Lee?
No bother. Enjoy it.
Aye, loved it, aye.
No bother at all.
Thanks for watching, fellas. I'll leave. Lee's got a garage if you're interested in. I mean, you do restorations. For people,
I don't do restorations as a business, but you know, it's things, bits and bobs can be done. You know, I did, but it takes too long, to be honest.
Is it?
It takes a long time. It takes up a lot of space in the business as well. Having stuff laid out and stuff like that. I mean, if I had a bigger premises, maybe, but I am limited for space. But we Stobart and Collins attracts all the old motors, like, because it's just everybody seems to bring them, and we're getting more and more, really, to be honest. But I enjoy working on the old stuff.
Well, I'll leave your garage link below, even if you want like an oil and filter or a service on your modern car.
Yeah. We can look after you.
Drop Lee a message.
The Sprint is for sale. Any genuine interest in it.
I'll leave a link. We've just done a video with Lee's Sprint, like he says, it's for sale.
Yeah.
But I'll leave a link to the video. Have a look at the car. And we'll leave his contact information below for the garage if you want to get in touch with him about that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Do you want a cup out? Or?
I'll have a coffee, please.
You want a coffee? Have you take it?
Milky, no sugar.
Milky, no sugar.